Screen Park Unlimited. This story is story 10, The Haunting of Hazards Terrace, based in Newport on the Isle of Wight. Hazards Terrace in Newport's ancient Sea Street was aptly named for when the river Medina rose, and it frequently did, the little brick cottages there would flood. For the Bloomfield family, who lived in the number 62, the name held a far more sinister significance. From the time they moved there in 1947 until they left almost 30 years later, strange things would happen. Locked and fastened doors opened on their own. Footsteps would be heard crossing empty rooms, lamps would move, and loud knocking and banging noises kept the children awake. Brian Bloomfield, a former housing warden from Medina Borough Council in Wight, was a boy of 8 when he and his 7 brothers and sisters moved into that house. Our mum just wouldn't believe there was anything going on there and refused to listen to us. But Dad knew differently, and he would be the one who came in with the torch in the middle of the night when we had heard or felt something. In those days, just after the war, there was no electricity and the family relied on oil lamps and candles for light and coal fires for warmth. Brian recalled that the 4-bedroom house always felt cold, however close you sat to the fire. You never really got warm, he said with feeling. Brian's most disturbing experience happened when an icy cold hand touched his forehead as he lay in bed one night. I had never felt anything that cold before or since. As I lay there trembling with fright, something shuffled out of the room, and I heard it move slowly down the stairs and leave by the back door. Brian's elder sister Betty Beanie also had unpleasant memories of that old house. She recalled that for many years at 2:45 a.m. precisely each morning, there would be a creaking on the stairs, and there was someone or something was climbing up towards the sleeping family. Then one day it happened. Her bedroom door opened and she saw the outline of a man standing there. I screamed for my dad, but by the time he came running in with his torch, the ghost was gone, she said. Whatever haunted the old house also showed itself to young Brian one morning just as dawn was breaking. The grey-white shape, which slowly took on a man's figure, was standing just by the door. As the terrified boy watched, it vanished into thin air. After Betty too experienced a touch from those freezing hands, she insisted on sleeping in the middle of the double bed, with her 2 sisters on the outside. One night, when a few of the children were alone in the house, they rushed in terror to the next door neighbour Oliver Hubs, because something had been banging so violently on an old tin bath hanging on a wall that it shook the whole house. Olive must have sensed that something was not quite right in the adjoining house, although she would drop in for a cuppa and a chat during the day, she would never set foot there after dark, called Betty. So that's the end of that story. So it's time to say Cue those credits.